What's going on, guys? Again, it's DeAndre with All Clean Power Wash. We got a residential gutter clean out today. Before I get started, I'd like to do a quick walk around to catch from any possible damage, and right out the get-go, I see a broken window. Customer states that, in fact, this was a water balloon strike, so that's great. I won't be held liable for this. Just want to be transparent with them. But jumping right into the shenanigans, look at this. I got the 30-foot from the ground to the deck, and then from the deck roof to the house roof, right? So, but anyhow, I'm going to be starting in the back. I'm pretty much, I'm going to start from the left here, and I'm going to make my way to the right, but really I'm actually stalling because I've already been up there, and I know the gutters look just like this right here. The problem is my goal was to walk the roof. Actually, I got up there, I realized, like, I don't want to walk this roof. It looks a lot steeper when I'm up here than from the ground. So I changed my mind quickly, and I make my way down, and I start just blowing leaves for no reason, because there's no need for me blowing this off, because as soon as I clean those gutters up there, all this is going to fill up again. So right now I'm just thinking, right? I'm just like, hey, time is money. I don't really want to be using a 5-gallon bucket and moving the ladder around the house 3 hours later. I knocked this gutter clean out. So I'm doing a little test spot right here. Like, how far can I actually blow with this leaf blower off from a ladder? Looks like I'm only getting about 4 or 5 feet, and I know this is not going to do it. All right, so I'm just like, well, what am I going to do? So I'm going to rely on my equipment. I'm going to go and grab my pressure washer hose, my pressure line. I'm going to go back up this thing, and I'm going to blow this crap out of there. I've already let the customer know that, hey, I will be making a mess. Don't worry about it. I promise the property will be nice and clean and tighten up before I get out of here. So I get that pressure line, and I get to blowing that crap out of there, just ripping it out, right? Obviously, if you try this, be careful. A lot of times, if you put too much pressure, you don't want to send those shingles the opposite way. So just be careful with it. So, but yeah, as you can tell, like, I'm just grabbing this stuff out of this. I don't want to be grabbing this by my hand and filling a bucket up and down, up and down, up and down. You don't want to spend 2 hours doing a gutter clean out, right? This is a $300 job. I want to be out of here in 30, 40 minutes. That's the goal. 30, 40 minutes, I want to be out of here, right? On to the next, right? I want to keep those margins there. You know what I mean? That's the great thing about this industry. They got phenomenal margins. Keep that. But anyway, I got the pressure line there. I'm just spraying this crap out of there. I know those downspouts are probably going to be horrible, so I may have to move the ladder to those downspouts, and I'm probably just going to ball valve and blow that crap out of there. All right, but anyway, I moved the ladder once on top of the roof here to get the last 3 feet over there, I believe, and it's starting to look up pretty good. And yeah, the ground looks horrible right now. That's why I always let the customer know ahead of time that I am going to be making a mess. Don't worry about it. I will take care of it before I get out of here. I will police up everything. It'll look great, I promise. But yeah, this is one of the most relaxing parts right here, this side right here. I'm just doing a quick little flush, see if it's actually draining, see if I have water rolling back my way. This is actually the deck roof as well. I just started that since I just finished the house roof behind me there. So I'm just doing this bottom part right here as well. They were packed solid. Again, as I'm blowing pressure, I'm making sure I'm preventing any type of pressure from blowing under those shingles, pushing them back the other way. And I'm just working my way down, just blowing out all that crap out of there, man. These things were bad. But anyway, here's an after. Those things look real clean. I like to take a couple of pictures, some videos, just to show the customer that they're done. But anyway, this is one of the last parts over here that's I'm not on the deck. That ladder's walling like crazy. So I make my way up and take her the last bit of these gutters on the far end of the house here before I start making my way to the front of the house. But yeah, they just clean out really well. Like, so if you got a power washer, man, like, and you don't have like a vacuum or something like that to suck those things out of, I know those things can get quite expensive. So if you don't have that, just do this. Don't worry about making a mess. Use your equipment just like I'm doing right here. Some of the leaves blew out of the side of the house, out of the gutters, and started coming down the house. Hey, I got my pressure line right here, man. I'm just doing a rinse. I'm just blowing these things off of there, and not making a big deal about it. Again, it does make a mess, but the thing is this house is roughly 3,500 square feet or so. Knocking these gutters out. I'm out of here. I was out of here in 30 minutes, and the gutters look great. Freaking, and I'm just spraying water, so just keep that in mind, man. Like, don't be that guy walking around the house with a 5-gallon bucket going up and down the ladder, smoking your legs, dude. Like, I mean, spending 2 hours on a gutter clean out. Like, I hear people talking about that all the time. Like, yeah, I did a gutter clean out the other day. It took me about 2.5 hours to 2 hours. What? Like, no way, man. But yeah, so like I said, I'm hitting these windows. The leaves did get in the screens a little bit, but you know, she's kind of getting a half kind of house wash. You know, I was trying to get this customer to let me get a house wash. You'll see as I start cleaning the house a little bit, you'll see like the back porch stairs are gross, right? The basement entrance is gross. It's just green. But she was not interested at all. I couldn't get her to budge. And sometimes I don't like to push too hard. It's because you don't know what people's budget's like. You don't know what their funds is like. Maybe she's probably only getting what she can afford. A lot of times these HOAs are pretty strict, so they say, hey, you need to get your gutters cleaned out, or you get your windows clean, or whatever the case may be. So she may be just doing what she can do at this moment. So I don't like to push too hard when it comes to upselling or cross-selling. I'll throw it out there. If I feel like they're interested, I'll keep going, maybe do some demos or some samples for them. But, you know, just keep that in mind. You know, some people out there can't afford anything else. And if they can't afford anything else, I personally try not to put them in a position to make them feel like that, hey, or tell me like I can't afford that right now. Like, I don't want to even put them in that position. So anyhow, jumping back into it, I'm just rinsing. Leaves stuck to the side of the windows, and you can see them on the stairs right there, like everywhere. You know, this looks like a lot, but it's not. I mean, like literally, I was in and out from when I pulled up and hooked up to her water and pulling out of there. I was out in like 28 minutes. I have on a video 30 minutes, but I was actually done in like 28 minutes. So, I mean, and not to mention on this particular job here, I'm running a GX. I'm running the 390. I'm not even running the big boy. So this is just a 390. So I mean, that's all I need, and she's getting her done. So, but anyhow, just keep that in mind. Like I said, this crap's all over the deck right here. Like I said, this is why I like to give him a heads up, because it makes a mess. I mean, even if you use a bucket and scoop this crap out with your hands, it still makes a mess. But these gutters were so bad, if you was to use a 5-gallon bucket, I could probably go 8 feet, 4 feet on each side of the ladder, and that bucket will be packed full. And now I have to go all the way down, dump it in a trash bag on my trailer, make my way all the way back to the ladder, go up the first ladder, go up the second ladder, and not to mention I got to move the ladder too. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna blow all this crap down the stairs that came out of the gutters, and at the very end, I'm gonna come back. I'll have my bucket, I'm using my rake, and I'll scoop everything off the bottom level there, and I'll be getting out of there. But anyway, like I was saying, look at this freaking basement. Look at these stairs and look at the wall. Like, this is the kind of stuff, man, like, I love to see this stuff melt off, right? This is the kind of stuff to keep me up at night. Like, look at that. Ah, man, I would love to hit this with some SH and just put a time lapse on it. But anyway, back gutters right there. Them bad boys are clean, free and clear. So I'm ready to get down. I'm gonna get this ladder down. This big old freaking 30-foot ladder is a pain in the butt. I'm not sure if you guys use them out there, but I got the 20 up front here. It's a lot lighter than that 30. And I started using the 30 to get to that second portion. I'm gonna use this 20 to get on the first part, and I'm gonna pick it up and use that and put it on the second level. I'm not even touching that 30-footer anymore. I'm sick of that thing. It's freaking so heavy. But anyway, here's the top, just as bad. Look at that. Ooh, I'm gonna be blowing all this crap out of there. And we got a funnel right there. Yep. There we got a funnel, a roof funnel right there. So gonna be ripping all this crap out of there again. You can grab it just like that and throw it in a 5-gallon bucket if you want to, but that crap's gonna take forever. If it was me, I would use my pressure washer, my pressure line, and just blow that crap out just like that. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit and let you guys check this out. Yeah, that downspout is plugged. I keep looking at it because I'm hoping it's not. So I figure if I stare at it long enough that it won't. but it didn't work. It didn't unplug. I thought if I kept staring at it, it would just not be plugged, but it is. So I'm gonna grab my ball valve, stick it down in there, blow that crap out of there. Yep, I can hear it freeing up right now. I can just hear it making its way down. As you can see right there she is. She made her way out of there. And I'm just gonna grab a handful of this stuff, just like that. And I'm gonna give it a karate chop. Chaya, chaya, chaya. Little karate chop there. Yep. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. So I can't remember if I go back up the ladder to have a second. Yep, I go back up to have a second look. Maybe do a quick rinse. Just to make sure everything's free. Yep. Everything looks good. Everything's draining. So I'm gonna, yeah, her gutter was almost falling off. Have to be careful there. You know, tree limbs come down and hit these things and break them loose over time. But we're gonna clean off the second level as soon as I rinse these gutters off, let it make its way down. I'll grab my fan tip, something very soft, and we'll start cleaning this second level off here. Yeah, get all up in there, get all those leaves off of there, presentations, everything. I learned a long time ago, man, like if a customer comes out and do a walkthrough, one, you can ask them, hey, is there anything in particular that's really bothering you? I really focus on that. But if you give them one little thing to find in like the first 10 steps of walking around, they're gonna pick every little thingy. So I make sure I go after the stuff they really want done, but also, especially eye level, I make sure I don't leave anything, because if you give them one thing to look at and they see it, they're gonna pick every little thing. So I just make sure I try to get as close to perfection as I possibly can. So borderline OCD. So, but anyway, let's do a quick rinse down of these windows real good. And yeah, so yeah, she's got some screens on here as well. They're cleaning up pretty good. Those leaves get caught back there sometimes, so that's what I'm kind of looking for right now. But other than that, we're gonna clean off this roof. The customer, apparently this truck didn't run. I asked if she can move it. She said it doesn't run. I told her that she mind getting a little bit of mud, a little bit of leaves on her. Are you okay with that? She said, that's fine. I said, okay, I'll make sure I rinse it real good before I get out of here, but it will get a little bit of overspray. But look at these things, man. It looks like some Fruity Pebbles up in this bad boy. Like, man, I love some Fruity Pebbles too. But anyway, yep, got my pressure line. Just here I go, blowing that crap out of there. I love it too. It sticks, everything. It just rips all that crap out of there. That's why I say be careful to make sure you don't get pressure under those shingles and blow them the other way, because that can cause you some real problems, right? Here we are, doing like what I promised I said. I'll keep that thing rinsed off. She looking real good down there. But show her these gutters, looking real good. And the downspouts on these wasn't bad. And look at there, no more Fruity Pebbles. Gone. Looking real good. So I'll make sure I get a video of that and show her that as well. And of course, the truck is nice and clean. Just a little bit of stuff that I karate chopped off of there earlier. It's starting to get rinsed off right now. Don't want to leave that crap on there. But I'm just wrapping that up. It's turning out pretty good. Getting all those leaves. Those leaves can get real sticky sometimes. And here I am going downstairs when I was pressure washing those stairs, pushing them to the lower level there. I got gloves, because when you're at residential properties, you just don't know. They could be diabetics. They can have needles. You just don't know on residential properties. You got to be careful. So I use gloves when I start picking up these leaves, putting them in the bag, because I don't want to get poked. But anyway, I wish she would have let me do these dang basement stairs, because look at the wall, man. It's so green. But anyhow, it turned out awesome. House is nice and clean. And also keep in mind, take care of your feet and let them breathe. So in between jobs, get out of those Hucks or whatever you're using. These are Sperry's, and get on some Crocs and let those feet breathe. You got to take care of them. All right. Again, I appreciate you guys for watching, and look forward to next time.